Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So today in front of me, as you can see, I have the LG Velvet right here. This device was released last year in 2020, and so I just got my hands on it. So if you haven't heard of it, it's pretty normal because a lot of people don't know about LG's devices because LG has a confusing way of naming their devices, so they haven't really been able to catch up on the smartphone industry on their sales. So let's go ahead and talk about the specs real quick. So this phone right here has a 6.8 inch Full HD Plus display, so it's a 1080p display, and it also has a 4,300 milliamp hour battery, which is a pretty good size for a device. However, I haven't tested it out, so I can't say anything about the battery life yet. And then also we have other things like 6 gigabytes of RAM. We have the Snapdragon 765G, so it does have 5G, but it does have a lower end chipset. So this is like a mid-range device mainly. You can pick this up for like $350 USD, and so it has a pretty good device, pretty good price. Also, this has 128 gigs of storage. And so I'm not exactly sure if you have other storage options, because when I bought it, it only had 128 and there wasn't any other options there. And that's going to be it for the specs. So let's go ahead and check out the box real quick. Normally the box is better, but this device was from AT&T because usually when you're buying your phones from LG, you can only buy them from like T-Mobile, AT&T, not T-Mobile, AT&T, and some other places. But this time, I went ahead and got it from AT&T, even though I purchased it from Amazon. So let's go ahead and check out the box. So the bottom has LG Velvet, and then nothing else basically. So LG Velvet there, and then some numbers back here. So let's go ahead and open this up. We have a little sticker right here, which we'll just go ahead and pull out if we can. Okay. Pull that off. Oops. Don't want to rip it too much. And open it up. So I guess we're lifting it off. Okay, so this isn't the best unboxing experience. Boom. So nothing on the top portion. And then we have this little blue box, and the bottom does not come off. So we are given the phone right in front of us. There's like this little area where you can put your finger so you can grab it. And this is the phone right here. So I did get the silver, the Aura Silver, or I believe that's what it's called. And we also have a main 64 megapixel camera on this device. So let me go ahead and put it right here. So let's go ahead and open this box up and see what we have inside. Boom. AT&T LG Velvet, don't care about that. I wish I had gotten the normal LG version, the one that they give, because the box on that is way cooler. So we do have some SIM ejection tools and whatnot right there, which this device does have a micro SD slot, so that's pretty nice. That's good to know. This should be a 15-watt charger. It's a fast charger, 15-watt fast charger that LG gives out with their phones. So that's about it for the contents inside the box. Let's go ahead and put these back in. Boom. And yeah, let's not forget about the paperwork that nobody needs or reads. Okay, so let's get to the phone. This is the part we're interested in. We're gonna go ahead and open this up real quick. So let's pull this right here, pull this tab, and listen to this. Oh, I guess there is no listening. That's okay though. And let me go ahead and take this sticker off real quick, because nobody wants that sticker. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the device real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right here, get everything set up, and we'll go ahead and talk about the device, and I'll talk about the settings, and I'll go ahead and give you all my first impressions on this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it real quick, and I'll be back. So I just got the device set up now, and before I go ahead and talk about some settings and whatnot, let's go ahead and check out the outside build of this phone. So overall, this device looks really nice and clean, and there are some other colors which even look better. So let me go ahead and get this wiped down. And you saw that we had a whole bunch of fingerprints on that. So that's one of the benefits of having a matte screen, a matte back. But this right here is just beautiful. Aura Silver, this color just looks amazing when you're holding it in your hand. and it's honestly a pretty good color. So we have our little camera layout here. We have our main sensor, which is a 64 megapixel sensor, and then we have two other cameras right there. And then let's go ahead and talk about the front display. So we do have a 1080p display, and this has an 88.7% screen to body ratio, so 88% of screen. And then overall it looks pretty nice. Other than that, I really don't like that little thing right there, which kind of annoys me a lot. But other than that, as I said, it's a pretty nice phone overall, and you will not be disappointed. So let's go ahead and check out some things that this has. This doesn't have Face Unlock. So not having Face Unlock might be annoying for some people, but it is a 2D Face Unlock anyways if they were going to have it. So having fingerprint sensor right here, let me go ahead and do that. Having that fingerprint sensor honestly is better, and I would use it a lot more, especially right now with what's going on. I probably use that the most. And so let's go ahead and talk about some settings real quick. So let's go to settings, if I can manage to do it. And let's check out some things. So we have an AOD, or always on display, which we can turn on, and then we have a whole bunch. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of different styles right here. As you can see, let me go ahead and bring it closer. We have a whole bunch of styles, and then I'm not sure if you can add more, like what you can on Samsung, where you can go to the Galaxy Store and add more, but so far I believe there's only 5. So not too many, but a lot of people will probably use the main one because it is the easiest one to read, and it's probably the best one out there. And then we also have this brighter display option right here. Prolonged usage can drain battery. It's okay, we're gonna turn that off for now. Quick tools and music player, so we can add those into the bottom corners, I believe, which is pretty good as well. Show display, tap to show, always show. So we have 2 options right there, which is pretty good. So overall, the always on display has some pretty nice settings on this phone. Not the most, but it is pretty good. So let's go ahead and go to display real quick. Home screen, okay, AOD, always on. Night mode, comfort view. So this right here is gonna reduce your eye strain and whatnot. It like reduces the blue light. I guess it's like a blue light filter for what Samsung has, and also what Apple has. So Samsung has Eye Comfort Shield, and I guess this is like similar to what that is. So when you turn this on, it is basically going to reduce some of the colors, and it'll go ahead and help your eyes out. It'll feel better, especially during the night. So next up, we have night mode, which I will definitely turn on right now and show y'all what it looks like. We're going to go ahead and click that, and boom. So let's go to the home screen real quick. So it does change that. I guess it made it a little darker, not exactly sure. Let's go back and scroll through the settings like this. Okay, so that's pretty nice right there. Let's go back, night mode, turn that off, and you can schedule it. So schedule from sunset to sunrise, which is pretty normal, and they should have it. Screen color, natural, vivid, cinema, custom. I'm going to go ahead and keep it on vivid because that's what I usually use on any of my Android devices. Video enhancer, we're going to go ahead and turn that on. So watch full screen videos in brighter and more vibrant colors, which I definitely want. And then display size, not exactly sure what that is. Set the items on the screen to a size easy for you to use. Oh, okay. So this is going to go ahead and change the icon size. So that's the biggest right there, which I really don't want to keep on. I'll just keep it on the middle, and then pretty good. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of settings. Brightness, full screen apps, auto for screen brightness, which I always keep it on. Extra brightness, allow display to be brighter. Really don't care about that. Screensaver, I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on off for now. One-handed screen is pretty good as well, but I don't usually use it. So we have our wallpaper and theme. I'm guessing, go ahead and say aloud, I'm guessing we can change themes. Okay, so basically we can download more themes. So this is like what the community makes, I'm guessing. These themes, icon packs, which is pretty good. You have a lot of customization, which it seems like. And then we can go to always on display. So yes, we can add more always on display, which is a plus point for this device. It's basically own Galaxy Store, just how Samsung does it with their downloadable themes and icon packs and whatnot. So lock screen and security, we have our fingerprint sensor, as I said. That was pretty good, but it's not the fastest, so let's go ahead and do it again right there. Oops. Let's go ahead and do that. So for some reason, I guess I do have it turned on so like it doesn't lock itself, but It's overall pretty good. Maybe not the best, but I haven't been able to test it out too much yet, so it's gonna be okay. Content lock, so I'm guessing you can lock your apps and whatnot with a pin. Let's go ahead and say pattern. I don't want to do it, but so I'm guessing content can be locked with a pin or pattern different from lock screen. So you can lock your apps, which is pretty good. You don't have to download a third-party application for that. Encryption and credentials, phone administrator, trust, screen pin. So let's go back. Privacy, location, we have all that. Extensions, smart cleaning, personalized service. We have our app info, and let's go to battery real quick. So right now it's analyzing the usage. I'm guessing it's going to optimize your charging when you're charging. Adaptive battery, so that's why it's analyzing it. So what this does is after I use it for a certain amount of time, this phone is going to be adapting itself to the usage patterns, and it's going to be allowing you to have more battery life because it's going to change how much CPU power you get, CPU usage, GPU usage. So overall, it's pretty good, and you should keep it on, which I do most of the times. Background restrictions, no apps restricted. Battery saver, let's go to that. So extended, let's go ahead and click on them and see what it shows. So extended mode, vibration disabled, background activity and data restricted, always on display disabled, max brightness 90%. I'm gonna go ahead and click cancel so I can check out maximum. Okay, so maximum basically turns off a lot of things. Brief notifications disabled, frame rate reduced. So everything basically gets reduced on that. And overall, it's like the maximum power saving mode with what Samsung has to offer. It like gives you only a couple apps to use, and then you have like 20 days of usage on your phone. So that's pretty nice to know. Internal storage, as I said, I have 128 gigabytes total, 29.24 gigs in use. I'm not exactly sure what is using that many gigs. It says system right there. System is using 28 gigs. That's a lot of system apps. I'm guessing that's way too much. So I'll go ahead and check that out later. But for now, skip that. Accounts, digital well-being, and parental controls. Let's go ahead and go into this. Show your data. So this is going to show you how long you've used your phone. Turn on battery saver. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so just reduce the brightness a little. That's okay. So let's get back to digital well-being and screen time. So this shows you the screen time. I've only had 5 minutes because I did just set up this phone. Wind down, focus mode. We have all these modes to like help you reduce your screen usage. Show icon and app list. So it's going to show you which apps you're using plus the icon. So nothing. Nothing new. All the other Android devices have this because it is to be expected. And that's about it for the settings. So let's go ahead and get back and check out. So let's go ahead and check out. Okay, so phone is a little laggy maybe. Not sure, but it does seem a little laggy and it's a little slow. But you do have a Snapdragon 765, and also I've never used an LG device, so I don't know how LG devices are. So screen swipe effect, we get all those. It said reduce refresh rate, screen display refresh rate, and so I want to go ahead and see the refresh rate on this device. So let's go ahead and type refresh. Okay, display. Let's go to display settings. Maybe we can find it from there. So in our display settings, let's go ahead and see if we can find any high motion or whatnot. And I don't seem to find any. Okay, so that's okay. Overall, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty vibrant. The icon pack they use, is there an app screen on this? Not sure, so let's go ahead and swipe up. No app screen. Hello? Okay, so I'm not able to access the app screen. Maybe it's just like this. Like it's similar to what iOS has, but that's okay. So only a home screen, no app screen, I'm guessing. You have all your apps over here. And then that's mainly about it. So we have our Google apps that are already downloaded, obviously. It's still on Google Photos, the old variant, which looks pretty nice. I really do miss that one. We also have Essentials. So this is what LG is downloaded onto it. and then we have some AT&T things, which is annoying, video things. So we can uninstall most of those, but you just saw that we got a whole bunch of apps that were installed beforehand. So when you first get your phone, you get a lot of things installed onto here, and it's kind of annoying. I don't really like that, but that's okay for now. So this is what the navigation bar looks like. It's this greenish color, green and black color. Doesn't look really nice. I think you can change that, but for now, that doesn't look really nice. I don't really enjoy it. However, the phone overall, this device just looks really good. So this silver, let me go and get that wiped down real quick again. This silver right here just looks really nice overall, and I don't know, man. This device is something that you would carry around, and it would look like a premium device, even though it's not. It's only a $300 device with a chipset that is at the best. It's a 765G, and if I can figure out where the fingerprint sensor is. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the camera now. Camera, next. Turn on tag locations. Okay, so 4x3, let's go ahead and check out some settings in the camera app. Okay, so auto scene optimizer, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on. Composition, take a picture by using a composition suggested depending on the person, tips and whatnot. Photo size, so we can change our photo size to 48 megapixels. Oh, so it's not 64, it's 48. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it to that real quick. And then we don't get HDR. Okay, so let's go back to that. We get HDR now. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that on so I can get high definition. Live photos, I usually don't use those. They're not the best. Grid, cheese, shutter, take a photo by saying cheese, smile, whiskey, Kimichi, or LG. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's go to our video. Time lapse, let's go to video. Okay. So let's go ahead and check out our settings for video. We have our video resolution, which goes up to 60 FPS, but then we only have 4K right there. That's 4K, but it doesn't give you the FPS, so I'm guessing that's going to be 30 FPS. So 4K 30 FPS, not too shabby. It's pretty good for a device at this price range, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it on 1080p 60. That'd be better, honestly. We have our grid again that we can see steady recording. We also have this button right there, so steady cam on. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick video maybe and just move it around like this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check that out, check that video out. As you can see, it made it like a little smoother, but you have to go outside and test this out mainly. So for now, these are most of the things that you need to know about a phone beforehand. So I went ahead and showed you all the settings, the camera and whatnot, and then this design, which if we're going based off of design, I'd go ahead and purchase this, but there are many things to factor into it, like the chipset, the amount of RAM, the amount of storage, and then also how well the UI functions, because it was lagging for me a lot, as you saw there. It did stutter a lot, and so first impressions, it's pretty good, but not the best. It's like average, and I'm not sure if I would recommend this device for anyone. For that price range, you could go for a Pixel device, the Pixel 4a 5G, which honestly is better, or you could go for the Pixel 4a, which is still good. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.